The A40 motorway between Dortmund and Duisburg. Anyone who takes this motorway has to expect considerable delays. Kilometres and kilometres of traffic jams, as well as roadworks, stinking exhaust fumes, noise and accidents belong to the daily picture confronting every commuter. Not only commuters and residents have to suffer from this situation, its effect on the transport of goods is also increasing. Today, the German economy already has to spend 200 billion Deutschmarks annually on the direct consequences of traffic jams and delays. This expenditure is rising. In comparison to 1990, the inner German transportation of goods will have increased by 90% by 2005.
The
current development shows that all predictions for traffic expansion have been exceeded by far. We have an increase in road haulage which goes beyond all expectations. The collapse of traffic is not coming. It has already happened.
In the past 40 years, the road network has been growing by 20%, while road performance grew 8 times. The present structure of transportation bears fatal consequences, especially for a congested area like the Ruhrgebiet, since all goods have to be carried to the city centres by road. A group of scientists at the Ruhr University of Bochum intends to act against the daily traffic collapse with a conception which seems to be quite daring. They suggest transferring the transportation of goods into underground pipelines.
I hit on the idea of transporting goods through underground pipelines after experiencing frequent difficulties in keeping dates and bypassing traffic jams, and not seeing any problem solutions with the existing traffic system. Considering that the right lane of highways is constantly taken by trucks, a problem which will worsen in the future, we need to look for new alternatives which will enable us to cope with this traffic.
Müssen wir nach neuen Alternativen suchen, die es uns ermöglichen, diesen Verkehr auf anderen Wegen zu bewältigen.
The basic idea of this concept is to only bring the goods to the outskirts of the congested areas by truck or rail. The transportation to commercial or city centres takes place underground. In the initial phase of the project, a double pipe connection is planned between Dortmund and Duisburg. Underground stations in the city centres permit the delivery and collection of goods. The public road system will be used to the greatest possible extent to keep licensing procedures as short as possible.
In dealing with link logistics, we will need to ensure that the new system will not represent an isolated solution. For this reason, compatibility with existing systems is especially important. Therefore, we have included the Europallet in our research.
Studies actually show that approximately 80% of all transported bulk goods can be carried on Euro pallets. Thus, a nominal diameter of only 1.6 meters would be sufficient. Pipelines of this size can be easily additionally laid into the existing supply system of the public road network. The laying of the transportation pipes would be achieved through the trenchless construction method. This will allow annoyance to residents and traffic to be kept at an absolute minimum.
I
was encouraged to create this new pipeline system by developments in drilling technology during the last decade, to which we have made a major contribution. These technologies allow us to lay such pipelines using remote control methods. Thus, underground pipelines can be laid quickly, smoothly, and cheaply without even being noticed by the population. For these reasons, we have a very good basis for implementing this idea.
Beginning at a starting pit, the main jacking station presses a shield machine into the subsoil. Now, one after the other, prefabricated pipes are fitted between the main jacking station and the shield machine. Intermediate jacking stations relieve the strain on the pipes and ensure a maximum driving of approximately 2 kilometers from only one starting pit.
We consider the electric motor to be a particularly suitable means of propulsion for driving through pipelines. Naturally, our current research also considers future developments using linear drives and magnetic levitation techniques.
Maximum security and effectiveness are achieved through formations similar to trains, which consist of several vehicles.
In particular, the preservation of the distance between capsules in movement is also important for the security conception. Therefore, the high speed which we want to achieve in the pipeline requires special attention to joints and branches at the switching points. To this end, we have developed special new techniques.
When delivering the goods to one of the stations, individual vehicles can leave the formation without reducing speed. At the unloading stations, the pallets are carried to a distribution level by hoists. Unmanned, inductively controlled elevating loaders now take the goods to their destination. In the long run, underground transportation pipes might not only connect city centres, they could also spread a complete network across the entire congested area.
The new transportation system offers a large developmental potential, which I would like to compare to already existing pipeline systems of wastewater disposal and water or gas supply. These systems end in houses and ensure the availability of electricity and water, etc.
Goods could then be directly delivered to each household through pipelines with a smaller nominal diameter. The vision of continuous electronic commerce would become reality.